Good readers read aloud, and when they do, they read with accuracy. And they think about whether the words they read make sense. And when something doesn't sound right, good readers look back to see if they misread something, and then they correct their mistakes. So I'm going to model this by reading in the Teacher Read Aloud. This is called Mapping the World. In the summer of 1778, a captain in the British Royal Navy guided his ship Resolution toward the coast of a large island. The captain's name was James Cook. As waves rippled against the ship, Cook saw that hundreds of islanders had gathered on the beach to greet the ship's arrival. They had twisted flowers together and wore beautiful chains of them around their necks. Others climbed aboard their long canoes and rowed toward Cook's ship in order to guide it into the bay. A volcano had created the island, and lava rocks covered the beaches. It was one of a group of islands that makes up the state of Hawaii today. Hawaii was a beautiful place, but Cook and his crew soon weighed anchor and sailed off. He hadn't found what he was looking for. One of James Cook's missions was to discover if certain places existed, so he always kept track of where the ship was in his record books. Cook made 3 voyages for the British Navy. On his first 2 trips, he explored the southern seas. Sailing far into these waters, he spotted a large mass of land. He explored its eastern coast for 2,000 miles. This discovery added the entire continent of Australia to the world map. As Cook set sail for Australia, his ship was almost destroyed as it ran into the sharp coral reefs jutting into the water. Cook's 3rd voyage took him to islands in the South Pacific again, on to Hawaii, and then north toward Canada. This time he was searching for a waterway that people hoped would link the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. They called it the Northwest Passage, but Cook didn't find that. As usual, he kept track of the places he sailed. And soon the coast of North America and the outline of Alaska became part of the growing map of the world. As a teenager, Cook's ambition had been to go farther than anyone before him. Other explorers may have traveled farther, but Cook sailed to places where no one had been before. He even sailed closer to the South Pole than anyone had ever done. His voyages changed the map of the world. Okay? So, now that you have listened to that story, let's check for your understanding of what you just heard. So I'm going to ask you 3 questions. Please pause the video after each one and discuss your answers out loud with your learning adult at home. How do you think Captain Cook's feelings about his discovery changed when he realized the island wasn't what he was looking for? What places did Captain Cook add to the map of the world? What was the author's purpose in writing this selection?